We're getting ready for the impeachment circus. And man, there's a lot of action and all the different, the acrobats are in town, the trapeze artists are here, the clowns, the ringleaders, the midgets, they're all here. I don't really need to designate them all. I guess if I had to designate a ringleader, it would be Patrick Leahy, who's going to be presiding over the trial. By the way, a very partisan Democrat, and he's supposedly going to be the judge. We don't have Chief Justice Roberts, who decided that he didn't really want to be part of the circus. Trapeze artist, probably Romney. There he goes. Whoa! Clowns. These are the House impeachment managers. Kind of one more clownish than the other, and they'll be putting on, as many clowns do. There's a serious element to them. They'll be sort of looking with grave faces and so on. But the rest of us can laugh uproariously. And so there it is. It's going to be quite a show, and I, for one, am looking forward to the entertainment. What makes this whole process kind of ironic is that we'll be talking about incitement, we'll be talking about stirring up the mob, we're going to be talking about encouraging violence, and yet the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is the one who has been actually doing all that. Take a look at this.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
So you want incitement? There is incitement. You want a direct reference to violence? There it is. It's not in Trump's speech. You won't find it there. The language in Trump's speech doesn't even come close to matching the inflammatory, incendiary, directly threatening, calling people to action, if not violence. You won't know what hit you. There's a kind of violence in the language itself. And by the way, all of this is coming from a party that has been openly condoning violence, encouraging it. Putting bail money up for the people who are violent, putting bail money up for arsonists, people who are assaulting other American citizens, people who have been attacking the police, and the leaders of the Democratic Party are part of this. So these are the people who are going to be standing, or you may say sitting in judgment of Trump. And this is beyond ironic. This is basically this is a case where the evildoers themselves are the ones pronouncing judgment as if they had a shred of moral authority to do so. The good news, I think, is that the Trump people plan, as I've been recommending on this show, to feature this violence as part of their defense. I've always taken the view that this isn't just an argument about constitutionality. This is a case where you have to make a positive defense. Trump, did not do the incitement, but there are people who did incite violence, and here they are, and put them on trial and turn the tables. And it looks like the Trump people are going to do that, and I'm going to be looking forward to it. Now, who are the real targets of impeachment? Who are the Democrats really going after? I want to suggest that the real target of impeachment is us, you and me, not even Trump. Let's think about why. What is the goal of this impeachment? The goal of this impeachment, and the Democrats are very, very clear about this. Here's a tweet by the House Democrats I'm going to read. Donald Trump should never, all caps, never be allowed to hold public office again. Convicting him disqualifies him from running any future races. So you might say, well, the target here is Trump. We want to remove him from office, but wait a minute. He's not in office. He's not the president. So it makes no sense to say that Trump is being removed. He's already out of there. He's in Florida. He's sitting in Mar-a-Lago. Well, we're trying to prevent him from running again. And what does that mean? Well, what that means is we're going to try to prevent people like you and me from voting for him. In other words, here you have a party that calls itself the Democratic Party, that's always swearing allegiance to the democratic process, trying to circumvent the democratic process by preventing a private citizen, Trump, from running again. Now, if they had a really good case, Trump is dangerous, Trump is terrible, Trump has embarrassed the Republican Party, Trump is not legitimate, Trump is a fascist, well, you know what? You think that they would make some headway in convincing us that this man was really dangerous, really awful, never vote for this kind of guy again, learn from your mistakes, Dinesh? But see, the problem is that the left and the Democrats know that the Republican base is still with Trump, which is to say, we're not convinced. We haven't bought into your BS. We aren't sold on your lies. And so the bottom line of it is you have to protect America, not from Trump, but from the Trump voter. You've got to protect America from a potential majority of Americans who say, you know what? We actually want Trump back. We want Trump to have a second term. If he didn't get one in 2020, how about we give him one in 2024? That is the clear and present danger that the Democrats are trying to prevent. So the impeachment train rolls on, but it is, as I'm going to show, not just a circus. It's also a kangaroo court. It's also a bit of a show trial. It's all of those rolled into one. The good news is we can enjoy the show, we can enjoy the circus. Why? Because we happen to know the outcome, and the outcome for Trump is acquittal.